Hello, this video is going to be about how to set up your Facebook party on Vizzlie. Vizzlie is a posting program and it helps you be able to focus on your party and making comments and just makes the whole process way easier. It's a little bit tricky getting it set up the first couple times, so that's what this video will hopefully help you walk through, but so worth it. And with Vizzlie, your first 2 events each month are free. So this is great when you're getting started, and then you can decide if you're doing a whole lot more parties, whether it's worth paying or not. So we're going to walk through a couple different steps. And the first step is that you are going to upload a template that you got from your team or your team leader, your sponsor, somebody. That way you're not starting from scratch, because we have so many great people who have created templates already. So I clicked on Facebook templates, and then I'm going to go down to the very bottom. This could probably use some cleaning up, and import a shared template. I have the code already copied and pasted, so I'm going to put it right here, and then search for it. Comes up. This is Christmas Traditions with Books from Gail Sawchuk. I know that's the one that I wanted. I'm going to import it now. It will tell you the guidelines on there that they shouldn't be cookie cutter. So we'll walk through that, why it's really important to make sure that you make some changes to make it your own. So that is about to be loaded. I already have that template. That's why it's this one here with the number 1. So the first thing I'm going to do is make my changes right here to the template, and that will help make sure that if I use this more than once, I don't have to go back and make the same changes again. So one thing that you can do, you're going to highlight over these 3 lines and click on it. You can go through and just preview and kind of go through each post. You can see it much better when you do it this way, and make some notes about maybe you want to change the wording in something. Maybe you don't really like the video that's being used, you have your own video, or you want to use a different image. So you can kind of go through and just get an idea here. This one is my intro post. So it says here, make sure to change. So this one in particular, you're going to want to make sure you put your whole own story, not my story, and then put a picture of you and your kids, whatever you want to use. So that kind of gives you a preview of what the template is. And this is another way, if you are borrowing a template from somebody and you just go through and you're like, this doesn't work at all, then you can try to find a different one. So I'm going to go back here and I'm going to edit and look and see here if everything looks okay. The title is just to let us know. The people attending the party will not see that. That just gives you kind of a header. This tells me that it's going to post 5 days before the event. This, I think, is the most important post that I do always, is asking how old their readers are. And I do that one pretty much first. And then as people RSVP, I welcome them to the party in the comments, and I re-ask this because they may not look at the post, but it's here. And sometimes people will pop on and they'll go right there and start commenting. So this happens 12 hours before the start time, so it'll post in the morning. If I make any changes here, I can't wait to meet you. And then I can update and save it here. So like I said, you're going to go through each of these, especially any intro posts, and make sure that it's changed. Don't worry about changing any names. So let's see where I can find, like here, names. We'll do the shopping one to show you. So anytime that we use, I don't know what they're called, the little arrows with the words in between, that means that it's going to denote replaceable text. So usually when people do a good job making a template for you, instead of putting their own name or the hostess's name that they're using, they will use that. And then, and here it says hostess's full name. At the end, I'll show you how you're going to go through and fix that so that it has all of your information in it. So like I said, don't worry about changing any of this. It will pop up and allow you to do that later. All right, so that was step 2, editing the template. So let's say that we're all set with that. The next thing that we're going to go do is go to our events, and this is called tracking the event. When you first set up your party, it's going to be down here at the bottom, and then you have to click on it that's tracked. So you may get all kinds of crazy event invites that will be there. All right, so where'd she go? There is Kristen's. I'm going to open the event now that she's up at the top, and I'm going to go here to the bottom and use a template. And here's a drop-down menu. So I'm going to pick that Christmas traditions one. This is the one that I just made my edit to. And then the start time will automatically pop up when I have scheduled to have the party. So yes, I want to do that. I want to keep anything that's already happening. And then you'll see, move my recording screen over a little bit. You can see that the event's happening on the 12th, but all of the pre-posts are planned out already. And then all of the ones that are leading up, 30-minute warning happens at 8 o'clock. Perfect. Everything is set up and ready to go for me. So step number, that was 4, adding the template. Step number 5 is adding those missing links. So here I'm going to go down, and the time of the party is 8:30 p.m. Mountain Time, and I save that. I'm going to put in that shopping link. I'm going to have to go and grab that from my e-commerce if I don't have it easily accessible. And then the hostess name, my name, all of that will go in. And I'm going to have to do that real quick because it's not going to let me go to the next step without doing this. Quick note, if you're ever creating a template, it's really helpful if you can try to use the same exact language. So here I have hostess name. If I had hostess first name, and if I had hostess's name, host, every one of those is going to pop up as its own text replacement. And so you're going to have to do a lot more work. So just a note for the future. And my name. All right, now I have them all in. And then I'm going to go back up to the top. Just doing this, you will not have them post. You have to go here to resume automated posts. This is talking about comments. There was just a recent change to Facebook. Facebook loves to keep us on our toes. It used to be that we could schedule comments as well, and now you can't schedule them, but Vizzlie has done a really awesome thing. I haven't tested it out yet, but if you have comments in there, then you should be getting an alert that will let you know that you need to go back and paste in a comment. I believe for this template that there isn't a whole lot of commenting going on with that change. So yes, I'm aware of that. I'm all set to go. Now my event is ready and running. And starting on the 7th, things will start to post. Now you can go back to your events page and you'll be able to see the parties that I've had in the past. Everything has already gone through. You can clean this up and click on here and hide events, but sometimes I like to go back and make sure that everybody's got their books or talk about a special. So I leave kind of my most current parties available. You can see that some of these have started posting. A couple, these are all using the same template. So hopefully that helps and walks you through. Feel free to watch this again and again and start and stop as you set up your event. I promise it will make your life so much easier, and it's a great, great service to be able to use to be able to focus on our hostess coaching and talking with our guests during the event. All right, thanks.